deserve this!
Bring me another! Oh my god!
Pass into the iris, Bay.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Geek podcast. I am Sky.
And I'm Dukat.
And we're here to talk about whatever again.
A bunch of stuff. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
Okay, so what have we been doing this past week?
We got ourselves a Nintendo Switch. A brand new system to play with. We don't just have to play with our PS4. It's pretty cool and we'll talk about it a bit more later on.
We watched the new episode of JoJo.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Also checked out a few other anime. My friends roped me into Sword Art Online.
It was
I
garbage.
am not enjoying it.
16 minutes to cut a tree.
Yeah, it took 16 minutes to cut down a tree in episode 2 of Sword Art Online. It is awful. I have no idea how this show still has, the fan base it does.
It's the fanboys.
I guess. But come on, like a year's worth of Sword Art. That's insane.
Why is there so many episodes even?
I don't know. Someone thought, hey, new episode, 4-core. Sounds like a plan. 40 plus episodes, sure.
Oh god. So, well, there's a little bit of that, and I guess let's just jump in. So first, we're going to talk about this game that we have been playing this past week, Breath of the Wild. So Duka, take it away.
New Legend of Zelda. I've been itching to play this since 2016, nay, since 2015. I've been really wanting to play this game. I have not had the chance to play it. And now I've managed to sink my teeth into it. It's so much fun. What do you think about it, Sky?
It's really fun. I'm just playing it like the way I want to. Pretty slow, very defensive. And then there's you. I've been watching you play and I'm just... Why?
I die like every half minute. It is so fun. Like, man, if this were like the old arcade system where every game over cost me money, I'd owe this game like $1,000. I'd owe it a lot of money.
Alright, so let's go with it. I haven't been doing a lot of things because I've been like not really playing. It's really just you who has really been heavily playing this game.
To be fair, terms of the story, you are farther than I am. So, okay, you share your experience first because I want to like elaborate on that later.
Alright, so I haven't really played a Zelda game before this. I've played part of Ocarina. You're giving me a face. Yeah, I've never finished it. Shut up. Okay, so I'm just going through like just how it progresses, and I did the part with the plateau quite slowly, and then I'm now at like where the fish people call again?
The Zora.
The Zora.
You are the Zora domain.
Zora, and then the prince is like best guy.
Sidon.
Best guy. He reminds me so much of Kamina, although I'm pretty sure that they based him off Kamina. There's the poses.
Yeah, there's a lot of posing and smiling in front of the camera.
Like the teeth, shine, sparkle thing. It's all there.
The constant
really.
Encouragement.
You can do it! Something like that. I don't really know. I'm playing the game in Japanese. So I don't know what he says.
He is so positive.
It's annoying. I've never been like a huge fan of overly positive characters. So I'm actually looking forward to getting out of this place.
You are?
Kinda. I lost the horse getting here, and this is the horse that I registered and everything. I named him like after Equius.
From Homestuck?
Of course it's from Homestuck. Because there's no other horse boy I could think of to name a horse with. Other than that, I haven't really done much. Just a lot of exploring. Going on horses, losing horses, trying not to die so much. You have died so many times. So many times. I probably have died in this game like 4 or 5 times.
I probably died like 30 times.
By now.
Something close to that.
Right, enough about me. What have you been doing in the game?
Okay, so Sky has been very streamlined through this game. She goes to Great Plateau. She goes to Kakariko Village. She's given the objectives. Hey, there are these like divine beasts that you could fight, and then she goes to the closest one, which was the Zora. So it's pretty straightforward the way she's tackling it. I mean, she does side quests every now and then. She does she goes through the whole shrines and all. But I took a different route. I was like, I don't want to be here like grinding my ass off. I want to be strong from the very start.
Very suicidal run you're doing.
So right after the Great Plateau, I jump off and then I earn myself. I go to Kakariko Village. I do that much, but then I only do it so I can earn up enough money to buy the stealth armor, this whole set. And I do that. I go through hell and back to do that because I go all the way to the snow area. So
I told you it's not hell and back. It's the North Pole and back.
Fine, the North Pole and back. Because, yeah, you're right, it is in the north. So I go all the way there. I almost die. I'm almost like a frozen popsicle. I am like Jack Nicholson from the end of Shining. I barely make it there, but if you are there, there's actually a cool thing that you can do early game, where there's a dude who will let you throw snowballs at bowling pins, and if you hit strikes, he will give you 300 rupees. So you grind it out there, enough to buy any armors that you're looking for.
How long did that take you? I didn't see you do it.
I did I went there back and forth 3 times, but I threw the snowball maybe 5 times, and then I had enough. So it's pretty quick. It's a pretty quick way of doing it.
But to get there is
you will die a lot by doing this. Anyway, so I get this stealth armor. I go straight into Hyrule Castle. And then I loot so much of Hyrule Castle. I just take all the endgame items. I have ancient arrows, I have really cool bows, I have the Hylian shield, and then I dip out of there. And so ever since that, I've just been a whole week of just grinding up gear. And now I'm actually trying to do the Divine Beasts. I'm at the Rito Village, and I'm about to get the whole thing started. I haven't talked to major characters yet, except for the old owl dude. But yeah, that's basically my playthrough of Legend of Zelda so far. It's been super fun. What do you think of the game, though?
The game's really nice. It's the scenery is good. I like how green the grass is and how it follows the wind, how it parts when you walk through it, and all of that. The game mechanics are cool too. I remember remember when we were having such a hard time aiming, and then we didn't realize that the control for the aim thing, the control aim thing, I don't know what it's called.
Motion sensor.
The motion thing.
Yeah,
it was on the whole time. And it took us an hour or 2 into the game to realize that.
I mean, I realized it immediately the moment I held the controller. I was like, what is up with this?
Yeah, I don't like you. Thanks for ratting me out like that, sure. Yeah, so I've been doing it really slow-paced game. I wanted to take my time with it. You have been pretty much rushing it.
Yeah, no, I'm about to blitz it now.
All right, so what's the difference between because I've only played it as a console, on the TV. And then you tried using handheld for a while. So what is the main difference between the two?
There are no frame drops if you play on the handheld Switch. It's really smooth, but at the same time the screen's so much smaller, and it feels weird to have to control it like that because the game is intense at times. I don't think I can play a lot of Switch games that way. I'd kill myself if I tried to play Mario Odyssey that way, and I'd try to have a triple bounce on Cappy. No, I'd throw the Switch. So I prefer it on the controller. But I mean, it doesn't feel too bad. There's definitely a time and place for it. But overall, it's still pretty good. The lack of frame drops is the main seller, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, and they're also releasing a new Switch next year. I wonder. From what I know, it's just a better resolution.
Yeah.
I hope it also means a better hardware.
Yeah.
So we don't have
Like
as
a
much
Switch Pro.
like a Switch Pro. Yeah, basically there'd probably be less frame drops, better graphics, and all of that. But that's next year. Who knows what they'll actually do?
I want to add a bit because this Zelda game, I find very interesting. This is probably the most interested I've been in a Zelda game since
Wind Waker.
even before Wind Waker.
Okay.
Because the way Zelda Breath of the Wild plays is closer to how the original Zelda plays. It's you figure out your own journey. The game doesn't try to tell you what to do. It's not linear. It is very, your own journey. So to me, to go back to the roots and then to bring it to 3D is the key seller of this game. And it plays to that perfectly. Now, I think it gives up a bit of narrative to do that. I don't think the story is as strong as like other Zelda games, but just the sheer gameplay is so much fun.
Yeah, totally. I haven't played other Zelda games to know much about it, so this is really your ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like more excited about getting the Switch than I was.
Yeah, because I'm a Nintendo fanboy. Die-hard Nintendo, even though they screw us up so many times. Metroid fans, if anyone there is out there, we are getting kicked repeatedly by Nintendo, and yet we still come back here.
Alright, to give you like perspective on how much of a fanboy he is, we bought a PS4. When did we buy it? A year ago?
Yeah.
We bought the PS4 a year ago, and Lucat has barely played it.
I did finish the replaying Shadow of the Colossus.
That's it. We have like a handful of games here, and he has not touched any of them at all.
I know.
And now that he has a Switch, that's all he's been doing. He's just been playing on the Switch.
I really like Zelda, okay? It's a problem. I have a problem. Zelda Anonymous, I need to sign up.
But to be fair though, he at least has some self-control because he refuses to, you refuse to bring the Switch out.
Yeah.
Mainly because we don't have a screen protector or a bag for it.
Kinda. Yeah, I also don't want to lose it or break it. I'm scared.
You are also very
myself.
clumsy. Yeah, you're very clumsy.
Yes, I think if I ever brought it out, I would damage it one way or another, and I'd prefer not to do that. I mean, there's still Smash coming by December. I'd like to have a Switch by then,
Alright, so other than like the other Switch, are there any other games on the Switch that you're looking forward to?
Well, once they release Metroid Prime 4, I will be super excited for that.
Yeah, but they haven't shown us anything after showing the logo.
I know. I am so worried about how Nintendo will handle Metroid Prime 4, because the trilogy has been amazing. The trilogy of Metroid Prime is probably one of the best trilogies out there. And the original Metroid Prime is such a classic. I would say it is almost as essential of a Metroid game as Super Metroid. It is just so freaking good. And I hope Nintendo doesn't stray too far from what makes Metroid, not even just Metroid Prime, just what makes Metroid good. And if they don't do that, if they don't screw us over, we'll be fine. I'll be super pumped for this.
Alright, any other things? We don't really care about the Let's Go part of Pokemon.
Oh, no, yeah.
But we're still getting it.
Yeah, we might as well. I mean, I want to ride an Onyx too. I mean, everyone wants to ride an Onyx. So. Also,
I've never been able to actually play like old Pokemon games other than, I think my first one was Omega Ruby. Because that was when I bought my own 3DS.
Yeah. I don't want this, like, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. While it is very similar to, like, the original, like, red, blue, green versions, it shouldn't really I don't want people to have the impression that it's a remaster or a remake of those.
I don't think it's
It's a spin-off. It's like it has so many new things to it that I can barely count it as like
it's not in the same kind of like storyline at least.
Yeah. I mean, it might be. We're not sure. I mean, you're gonna meet Oak, you're gonna have Gary as your rival, or whatever you name him as your rival. Smarty Pants. I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of it will be the same, but there's going to be parts of it that are going to be very different. I have very mixed feelings about the Let's Go games. I will still play them, but I'm more excited about Gen 8.
I wonder when that will be.
End of 2019, I believe.
Alright, so other than that, I'm actually looking forward to Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Finally, it has been so long, and I've played New Leaf. I played it before, and then I got the Amiibo version. There's really not much of a difference, to be honest. Yeah, and that's something. I remember their fake out when they said, "Oh no, Isabel is going to be in Smash. Oh no!" And then Tom Nook's out here. Like, wait, what's going on? And then, nice, we're going to have it next year. Who knows when? And the only actual reason why we got the Switch is because Smash was announced.
Oh, let's not jump into Smash just yet. I want to kind of like, what do you feel about Animal Crossing? Because I'm not the Animal Crossing fan here.
Yeah, because it's super slow for you, I think.
No. I respect the game. It's just that I've never played one, and I've never had like the incentive to play one. I might play the new one when we get it, but this has been more of Sky's ballpark. So, I mean, how do you feel about like the game, and like what are you excited that could happen?
I just want it to be like another one. I don't really think that they're going to add a lot more. Maybe they're going to add a bit more mechanics, more ways to customize your house, or maybe choose like, I don't know, another village, more characters, more debts. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of expanding the game that they already have. And they have a really solid game. And it's a very casual game. Like, you don't go out of your way to make time to play it. You play it when you want to, or when you want to. Of course, like, taking into account the time, like real time. So I hope they keep doing that. Because we're gonna have to start taking out the Switch when they release Animal Crossing.
Oh boy.
So don't worry, I am more
yeah, I trust her.
I am more very I can't words. I can't words right
English
now.
is hard, people.
I'm gonna go with I'm less clumsy than you are.
I can attest to that.
So it's whatever. Alrighty, so enough about that, I guess. It's a lot of Switch things. We are obviously very excited for the Switch.
Move over, Nintendo. We got a new topic coming along.
Alright, so it's been 2-3 weeks since the end of the summer season of anime. We only watched a few of it.
Yeah, haven't really checked out a lot.
But what do you feel about them? Let's start with Hataraku Saibo.
Hataraku Saibo is such a cute anime. I really enjoyed my time with it.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see like how they try to be as accurate as they can, you know, but they have to push the narrative, of course. So it's not completely accurate. But I remember watching like a YouTube video, the doctors watching the first episode, and you know how almost accurate it is. And I feel like, I don't know, it's a really, really cute show.
I know. A lot of medical students also say that, you know, they get a lot of things right. It's really interesting how they, I don't want to say anthropomorphize. It's not anthropomorphize, but they, like...
Humanize?
Kind
Is that the word for it?
I'm not sure. I'm grasping at straws here, but they turn them into humans, you know? They make them human-like. And personify, I guess. Yeah. And it's really interesting and adorable how that works out and how it plays out. The designs are pretty cool as well. I like that.
Oh, the platelets.
The platelets are adorable.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
They're just so cute. Like, honestly, I wish I had this anime series when I was studying this back in grade school. Because I would probably ace all of the exams.
Probably. I mean, it's just so well thought out when it comes to, like, personifying the human body. Especially from, like, even the tiny details. Like how the red blood cells, their hat.
Yeah, their hat.
From, like, a bird's eye view. It looks like an actual red blood cell.
It does.
And it's so cute how all this is integrated into the show. It's a fun time. I don't think anyone should really go into it like being too serious.
Yeah.
It's not very rewarding if you do. But, I mean, just expect like good, fun, cute time.
All right. What else did we watch?
We watched Grand Blue Dreaming.
Oh my gosh. Grand Blue was the manga that I remember that you were reading it, and you were laughing so hard that if I was asleep, I would wake up.
I cannot express how funny the manga of Grand Blue is. It is so funny to me. Like I said, I can't express it. It's all about how friends try to pull each other lower constantly in the most comedic of ways. I enjoy it in the same way I enjoy another anime called Osomatsu-san. They're similar in like their humor in terms of like just assholes being assholes to each other. And it's really cute to see, not cute, but it's really like funny to see that happen.
How did the anime translate the manga?
Not very well.
Really?
Not very well.
Tell me more.
Okay, so first of all, the anime looks like hot garbage. Like, okay, it's not that bad, but you can see that it's not made with like a huge budget. Like the animation itself, like the movements are not very fine. And if they are, it's not very... It feels so static at times. And the drawings are very rough. So it's very unappealing when it comes to looking at it visually already. Outside of like some moments where they're underwater, where it's passable, but it's never gorgeous. But at the same time, Grand Blue was never about being gorgeous. Grand Blue was about, here's a joke, make it land. And that's also the other problem this show has, wherein, yeah, the jokes are the exact same jokes in the manga, but because of how anime is paced, and because of how the directing of this show was so normal, so standard to like modern anime, like it has nothing adventurous about it. There's no personality when it comes to the directing itself. The jokes land flatter than they need to. Like they're not paced well. Like it strays on a joke too long or too short. It's weird. I mean, you'd still laugh, but it won't like get you on your knees like howling.
I don't care about what he says. I thought everything was funny. I never read the manga, so I don't have any negative opinions about it.
It's still funny, okay? Don't get me wrong. You can still watch a show and enjoy it. I'm just speaking from like, I've read the manga, and this is how it does not translate to the anime. Outside of that, it's still a funny show. You can still enjoy it. You're just not going to think about it as much after. And that's the shame. Because the manga, people think about the manga after. People don't really think about the anime. So, you can still have fun. But, yeah.
Alright, so was there anything that you watched other than the two from last season?
I remember I watched this really bad anime called Happy Sugar Life? Or
what is that?
Something like that. It's about this girl who abducts this smaller girl.
No.
And then like keeps her prisoner in like an apartment that she doesn't even own.
Oh God.
Except she's lying to the little girl and she's making it out to be like, this is a game and whatever. And it's really creepy and wrong in a lot of ways. It was an anime my friend recommended to me because we like watching like really edgy stuff that we can just laugh about. And I mean, there are a lot of moments that made me laugh, but overall, I mean, this is so skippable. There's nothing about this that I would like recommend to people. And the morality of such, it's clearly wrong. And I see some people defending it.
Really?
Like, there are people online who say that their relationship is so cute. Like, yeah, her relationship to the little girl, it's so adorable and they love each other. And like, first of all, she abducted her. Second of all, this is pedophilia. And like, third of all, she's a murderer. So like, she's crazy. She's basically like pedophilic lesbian Yunogasai. Well, okay, I can't say if she's lesbian or not. She might be bisexual. I can't say for sure. But she is still like Yunogasai for pedos. And it's not very
Why did you even
flattering.
watch this?
Because my friend, she's reading the manga and she was like, yo, this is getting an anime adaptation. You need to sit here and watch with me. And I'm like...
Suffer through it.
Suffer through it. I'm like, oh God, we're really going to do this. And we did this.
Alright, so... The only thing that you didn't watch for me is I watched Banana Fish. Well, it's technically not done yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a 2-part.
Mm-hmm.
It's very boring.
Ouch.
I don't know, like, I like the characters, like, I feel invested in them. It's just that the pacing is so terribly slow that I can't find myself just watching it. I always end up being, like, I don't know, playing a game on my phone or going through Twitter or Facebook while watching it because it's,
Do you feel that the slow pacing is justified? Or
no,
do you feel...
it's not.
Okay, so it's too slow. Even if, like,
Like, I understand if it was slow because of the storytelling, but there's not a lot of story to tell. It's a guy fighting a gang leader where there's a lot of infighting as well, and that gang leader happens to be the guy who bought him or something. Educated him, raised him.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Sorry, I coughed.
And, well, this is a gay guy over control over another guy. I can't really describe what their relationship is, but basically...
He's predatory.
Yeah, predatory. But he's like very protective of him. His name's Ash.
Uh-huh.
And you know, that's Golden, and he's very protective of him.
So he's territorial.
Territorial, predatory shit.
Uh-huh.
Other than that, and then there's this Japanese guy, like, just happens to be there.
Japanese out of the blue.
Yeah, he just happens to be there with like a detective or something.
Journalist. I think they were a journalist.
Or a journalist. I don't really remember.
I watched
anymore.
like episode 1.
It's I don't even like there are details in the show that I just don't, like, I feel like
You feel like?
the pace could be a bit faster.
Yeah, right. I was excited about this show because it's based off like an older shoujo manga, and knowing that, I wanted to see like what an older shoujo manga that did not focus on romance would be like. And from what I'm hearing, it feels rather disappointing. I'm always hesitant when I hear slow as pacing, because there are shows that are slow but need to be slow. But from what I've seen of Banana Fish, I don't think it needs to be as slow as it is.
And it's supposed to be fast paced because there's some action in it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, from my take, like, people will like negatively say that, oh, Monster is slow. I mean, Monster needs to be slow.
Yeah, you will understand because there's a lot of character build up and things happening build up.
Yeah, it's a psychological cat and mouse chase, you know? It can't be fast for all of it to sink in. It needs to have menace and presence to it. I don't really think Banana Fish needs all of that. Banana Fish is like a gang struggle with like a little bit of mystery into it. Like, what is the banana fish? Ooh. But I don't know. It's disheartening to hear. And it's not just Sky. I've also heard like other people feel very lukewarm about it. So it's very disheartening. I wanted to love it. After one episode, I lost interest in it. And for those who've continued, like Sky, it's not
really it's really just for the sake of finishing it at this point.
Yeah.
Like
you're invested at this point.
Yeah, like I forgot the best friend's name. I'm really bad at names. Okay.
You mean the dude with the mohawk?
The dude with the mohawk.
Oh, that dude.
Because like, okay, spoiler, he's dead. When he died, I didn't feel anything.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, like, he was almost there in every scene, but the problem was they didn't give him enough of a story, enough time, enough development for me to feel bad when he dies.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I think that's a very, very unfortunate thing, because when a character dies, especially someone that close to the main character, you are supposed to feel something.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Remember how Gurren Lagann, or Back Kamina,
yeah.
He died episode?
Oh, come on, we can't like just spoil Gurren Lagann like out of nowhere. But I guess.
But
okay.
yeah, like
early on.
It's pretty early on.
Don't worry, we will put timestamps as to when you can when the spoilers start and where you can continue. But
come on, who hasn't watched this show?
A lot of people have not watched Gurren Lagann, like especially the new anime fans.
Anyway, fine. My point is, when that happens, you are invested in.
Oh yeah, you care a lot.
You care.
That's
when
why
that one thing happens.
That's why it hits hard when it happens. You know, a lot of these early like deaths for characters that are well built.
I wasn't saying deaths. Oh my god, I was saying that thing that happened, and then you out here saying that. Oh my god.
Okay. Well, anyway, that is disheartening to...
I'm gonna put like a spoiler warning in the description.
Alright, cool.
Alright?
Okay. So, it is disheartening. I think you could like put the end of the timestamp around here.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. We need to work on that.
We will. You will improve people.
So yeah, that happened. So at least you feel like you are sad. It's an anguish. You feel like, this show, how is it gonna end now? He's gone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But with this show, it's like, he's dead. Okay. Like, there was, like, it felt like an unnecessary death.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No impact.
Nothing.
Oh, well, I don't know. Now I feel like I'm going to watch less of the summer shows than I've already, like, wanted to see. And fall is not looking any better.
Yeah, oh man. Fall. Right now it's just JoJo.
Oh no, I also have Zombieland Saga.
And Zombie. Oh, I am not a huge fan of zombie anything. Like movies, games, anime, anything that has zombie in it, I'm probably not interested in it. But the memes that have come out of this show.
Legendary Yamada-te.
Especially like the last episode. We haven't watched like the most recent one yet though.
Mm-hmm.
But the last episode where all the rapping,
mm-hmm.
like I did not expect that. I don't know, like I was just sitting here while Dukat was like watching it, and then suddenly like, and out of nowhere I was like, wait, are they rapping? Like, what was that?
It's really cute. I'm wondering how long the charm can last, because I don't know how long you can stretch this joke. But, I mean, for what it's worth, I'm really enjoying myself right now. I have JoJo and Zombieland Saga for this season, and hopefully, maybe I can add something else after. Maybe I don't. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but right now, what we're watching outside of the season is just season 2 of Trigatsu no Lion.
Oh yeah, we're also watching Trigatsu no Lion.
And we try to watch something together every other time because, I don't know, that's the thing we do.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of those like in later episodes, I feel.
Yeah, we still don't know what the actual focus of this podcast is, so we apologize if it's a mess. It's a lot of games, a lot of anime, movies, really, and there's some music in it, probably.
Yeah, we can throw in some things. I mean, if the people clamor, the 3 people
The
listen,
3 people
clamor.
No, I've only gotten feedback from like 4 people.
You've gotten feedback?
Yeah.
I've gotten like tumbleweed.
You don't talk to people.
Okay, alright. Well, there is feedback then.
Yeah, there is some feedback I've gotten like from 4 people about our podcast, and they're quite proud of it. I don't know, but shout out to those people if you're like still listening for some reason.
You know who you are. You.
No, you.
You.
So alright, that's about it, I guess. I have nothing to add. Do you have anything to add?
Nah, it's been fun. I'm really looking forward to like watching more shows and sharing more of our thoughts in later episodes.
Alright, so we now have a YouTube channel where we just dump this there. If you're in the YouTube channel listening to this, well, hello, I guess.
Hi there.
It's just called the
Please don't flag us.
It's called the Geek Gum Podcast on YouTube, Geek Gum Podcast on Twitter. I'm Skylog, he is Ducat Revel, and that's it for today. Bye!
Bye.